Hey guys, what's up? Tyler here with T Game and Tech, and today I'm bringing you my full review of Super Mario 3D Land. So if you haven't seen my first impressions video, you can check this out right here. And I just go over a couple things that I like about the game, some of my first impressions obviously. And in that video I basically talk about how the game is very entertaining, it's a lot of fun, but it's a little bit on the easy side. And I guessed that maybe it would get harder as the game went on, and I was right. In this game, it's your classic Mario platformer, not exactly 2D, like left to right, but there is a little bit of depth involved, but not a lot. It's a decent amount. It's a good mix. But the levels do get harder as the game goes on. But I will say there are a lot of one-ups. It's easy to get one-ups, all those extra lives. But overall, it is very challenging at the end of the game. I found myself dying a lot, but at the end of the game I racked up like 70 to 80 lives. But I was dying a good bit too. But the overwhelming amount of mushrooms and extra live abilities to get them, it just completely outweighs the level of difficulty. But it still is hard, but there's no chance of getting a game over if you're really good at the game and picking up the extra lives. So in total there are 8 worlds, and in each world there's about 5 to 6, maybe 7 different levels that you actually play through. And in some levels you have these little boxes that have a blue question mark on them, they're purple. Those are kind of secret levels, they're like little challenges you can do to get either 1-ups or special power-ups. And there's also toad houses in each world. Almost every world. But in the Toad House, it's just like Super Mario Bros. 3. You go in and you get a special item. But like I said, around 5, 6, sometimes 7 levels in the game. And then each level ends with either a Bowser's Castle or a Bowser's Airship. And I like how they mix it up. Some levels are castles, some levels are airships. And it really just reminded me of Super Mario Bros. 3, not only because of the Tanuki Leaf, but the whole airship idea in Bowser's Castle. And it just really felt like I'm playing Super Mario Bros. 3. Not exactly like it, but it's what I was reminded of. I wasn't reminded of Super Mario World or Super Mario Brothers 1 or 2. I was reminded of Super Mario Bros. 3, just the way the game felt and some of the aspects of the game. So in each level you do have 3 star coins that you can pick up. I might have touched about this earlier on my first impressions video, but you are supposed to collect 3 star coins that are hidden in the levels. And some of them are really easy to get, they're just along your way. But some you actually have to go out of your way to get. And I haven't beaten the game 100%. And I haven't gotten the coins in every single level, but I'm guessing something gets unlocked at the end if you get every single coin at every single level. But let's get on to the power-ups of the game. So you have your basic Mario power-ups. You have your Super Mushroom, which just makes you bigger if you're a small Mario. You have your Fire Flower, which, like you all know, is thrown around fire. You can get it. It's not like Super Mario Galaxy 2 or 1 where you have to shake the 3DS to throw fire. No. This is just, you can mash a button and throw fireballs around, which is really nice. Then you have the Tanuki Leaf, which is the whole way back from Super Mario Bros. 3. And at first, in the regular world, it doesn't have all the features that the Tanuki Leaf has in Super Mario Bros. 3. You can't turn it into a stone Tanuki statue yet. Save that for later. But you have all the gliding abilities. You can't fly, you can't hold, run, and dash and fly, but you can walk around. Next you have the Boomerang suit, and that's a different suit to the Mario series. It's new. So basically you get it's like a fire flower bottom with a boomerang on top from the Boomerang Brothers. So you collect that and you can throw 1 boomerang at a time. You can't just whip them back and forth, because the goal is to throw your boomerang and then it goes back and it goes to a certain length and it comes back to you. And if it doesn't, it kind of goes back and forth on the screen a couple times. And if you eventually don't get it, it just disappears and you can throw another one. I like the idea of this item, but I don't like that the boomerang's kind of slow and you have to touch it or grab it to use it again, or else you have to wait for it to disappear, which takes a couple seconds. Other than that, I think it's a really cool addition to the item list. And lastly, you have your star, your power-up star, and everybody knows what this is. You grab the star, you're invincible for a couple seconds, and like other Mario games, if you run into enough enemies, you can get 1-ups, and that's just another feature of how to get 1-ups in this game, and it's really easy. But like before, Power Star keeps you invincible for, I don't know how many seconds it is, but it keeps you invincible for a while, and we can run around the level doing whatever you want. And in the levels, there are a couple special worlds that also link back to Super Mario Bros. 3. There's the music note box or block you jump on, and it sends you up to a special world level up in the clouds where sometimes there's a golden star coin, or just sometimes there's some kind of coins laid out in cool patterns. You collect them. And it's just really one of those other things that reminds me of Super Mario Bros. 3. So like I said before, going further in the game actually does get harder. The level of difficulty gets ramped up in the world 7 and 8, and you're really kind of dying a lot, but you do have a lot of lives, so it's okay. And One interesting thing in this game is when you die and you come back, you're a normal sized Mario. In the other games, you start out as little Mario when you die. In this game, when you die and you come back in the next level, you're regular middle-sized Mario again. That means if you get a block and there's an item in it, it's a power-up item like a mushroom, or not a mushroom, a fire flower or a tanuki leaf. And whenever you die, you already have the super mushroom when you come back, which once again adds a level of making it easier, making the game easier, and takes away another level of difficulty. But after you beat all 8 levels, and this is where some spoilers might come in, so if you don't want the video to be spoiled, mute the rest of it. I'm not going to spoil it too much. I'm not going to tell you anything that happens at the end, but I will give a couple things away. So this is your spoiler alert here if you really wanted one. But after you beat the game, you beat the last castle, you go through the credits, all that boring stuff, and then you get sent back to the beginning of the world, and you realize you have this whole new world of special world levels. And in this special world, some of the levels are modeled the same, but some levels are levels from different levels, if that makes sense. For example, level 2-4 is actually like level 6-2, and I don't know if that's exactly right, but levels are switched out from different worlds and they're mixed up, and some levels are completely new. There's levels I've never seen before in the regular world, and the difficulty of the special world levels is actually really jacked up, and I found myself dying a lot. I don't think there's as many power-ups and life mushrooms in the special world, but I really haven't played through the whole game yet. Like I said, I haven't made it through 100%. So I think it's going to only get harder as I go on. And also, in the special worlds, you actually unlock Luigi, which is really cool. So you don't finish the whole game completely and then unlock Luigi, and it's like, oh, great, I unlocked Luigi, so what? You unlock him at the very beginning, almost very beginning of the special world. So you can use him throughout the whole special world, or you can go back and play him through the regular worlds. And also in the special worlds, you get a new item. It's not a new item completely, but it's like the stone tanuki leaf. And this gives you a little bandana around your neck. It's how you differentiate from having the regular tanuki leaf and the stone tanuki leaf after you already pick it up. So both Mario and Luigi have the tanuki suits, and they have these little bandanas around their neck saying they got the stone tanuki. And what's interesting enough, that Mario's tanuki suit looks a little bit different than Luigi's. Luigi's a little lighter shade, and Mario's is a darker shade of brown. But the stone tanuki leaf gives you the same exact functions as the tanuki suit in Super Mario Bros. 3. You can now turn into the stone statue like you did in Super Mario Bros. 3. So that was cool to be able to finally have that after going through the whole game, and so you get that more often in the special worlds. There's also some different aspects to the levels in the special worlds. For example, you remember Cosmic Mario from Super Mario Galaxy. He's in this game now in the special worlds. I only encountered him once or twice already, but I'm not the whole way through. But you kind of race him to the end of the level, and if he beats you, it's game over. Well, level over, you lose life. But it's kind of the same idea as the other ones. You got to race him to the end of the level. In other levels, you actually have to collect time and add to your timer. You start out with like 30 seconds. And you have to collect time as you go through the level to help you get to the level with enough time left. For example, in Bowser's Castle, you start out with 30 seconds, and then you got to run through and pick up clocks as you go through the level, because it doesn't take you 30 seconds to get to the level. It takes a couple minutes. So you have to collect the time, or else you're not going to make it to the end of the level. So I think that was a really nice addition to help mix up the way the levels run in a game. So other than that, the special world isn't really that much different. The layouts are a little bit different than the levels. Some levels are actually completely new, and you get the stone tanuki leaf. And there's a little bit more added level of difficulty. So what would I rate this game? I'm not going to give like a number rating because I don't like that whole idea, but I would highly suggest this game if you have a 3DS. And if you don't have a 3DS, this gives you a reason to get a 3DS. It's a lot of fun. I just had a lot of fun playing this game. It's not going to leave you bored. It's a Mario game, and you can always go back to it, and I'm still going back to it trying to collect the gold coins, and even to beat all the special world levels. I haven't done that, and I've had it since November or whenever it came out. I got it the day it came out. But there's a lot of replay value here. If you like to go back through levels and play as Luigi, I think Luigi might play a little different. He doesn't have as much traction, or he jumps a little bit higher. I'm not exactly sure. But I would highly suggest this game to anybody who's thinking about getting it. If you're going to get it for Christmas, you're in for a treat. It'll definitely give you something to play over Christmas break. If not, maybe it's not too late to ask Santa or your parents or whoever you like to ask for your Christmas presents for Super Mario Bros. 3D Land. So if you like this review, give me a comment below, a thumbs up, and please subscribe. That really helps me out. And I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Super Mario 3D Land. And if you like this video, stay tuned for more, and we'll see you guys in the next one.